Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is giving the detailed explanation of it. He is saying that it's not that Narottam Das Thakur is saying that we should not go for parikrama or we should not go to the pilgrim places. We must go to the pilgrim places. Why? Because this is the verdict of Srimad Bhagavatam, where Amrish Maharaj on this topic is there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Over there it has been mentioned that Padav Harikshetra Padanusarpane, that one has to engage his legs in the going to the pilgrim places, to the dham, and going to the Leela Sthalis and all these things. So Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying that he is not asking us to don't go those places, but Gaur Amar Jesam Sthane Karila Brahman Range, wherever Bhagavan he has performed his pastimes or his devotees have performed pastimes, we must go to those places. But how? Gaur Amar Jesab Sthane Karila Brahman Range, with great happiness wherever he stepped, anywhere in the world, anywhere in the earth, we should go to those places. But Pranay Bhakat Sange, Gaur Amar Jesab Sthane Karila Brahman Range, Se Sab Sthan Heri Boami, I will go over there with my feet, with my eyes, I will take glance and keep that place in my heart with my eyes, memories of that. So, Gaur Amar Jesab Sthane Karila Brahman Range, Se Sab Sthan Heri Boami, I will go over there, I will see, witness with my eyes, and then keep it in impression in my heart. Karila Brahman Range, Se Sab Sthan Heri Boami, Pranay Bhakat Sange, I will be going over there with those devotees, those who are having pranay in their heart. Pranay means a deep love and attachment for the Lord, for the devotees of the Lord, for the place where Bhagavan or his devotees had performed their pastimes. If that kind of person is there, then you must go. So the question came that yesterday Maharaj was explaining that does not matter whatever is going on circumstantially, we should not pay attention to that. We should keep ourselves aloof and just focus on our own business. But because we are very weak, it is very difficult for us to really understand what is our real purpose, and other things really bother us also. So in that situation, what is our duty? Then Maharaj was saying that if we don't find Pranay Bhaktas, then what is the real benefit anyway? Because if you are going to these pilgrim places, going to Leela Sthalis, for the benefit of attaining bhakti, love, attachment for those places, then that can be only transferred by the association of Pranay Bhaktas. They can transfer their feelings, their realization from their heart to our heart. Like he was mentioning, during Brajmandal Parikrama, in 1956, his Guru Maharaj, when he was there in Mathura, Adi Keshav temple, over there, he was like so many kirtans was going on, but the time when he started kirtan, one kirtan, Ohe Brajvasi Tora Bole Dao, Krishna Kothai, that O Brajvasis, Kothai Gele Pavo, O Brajvasis, is it possible that fortune is there with me, that can you please tell me that where I should go and find out Krishna, which will be that place in Braj Mandal where I will find him. So when he was singing this, at that time there were most of the people, they don't know Bengali. They were from North India, mostly they know Punjabi or Hindi, but most of the people, and Odia people were there, Assami people were there. Those who don't know Bengali, they are not well versed in that. But still, everybody was crying. And then Maharaj mentions about himself also that that was the place. I never ever participated in any kirtans for dancing, but that was the place where I also danced. Like I was unable to resist myself. So he's saying that over there, almost everybody was like crying. Their tears were coming out. And then one lady who was also there, she came from the Parikrama. She was from Jagadri, from Haryana. And then she came over there when they rested, and then she asked another sannyasi whose name was Rishikesh Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada disciple, that what Guru Maharaj was singing. Then Rishikesh Maharaj, he started explaining that what he was singing in her language so that she can understand. So she remarked that even though now you are explaining it with the meaning, but that bhav is not manifesting in my heart, the kind of bhav which was there at the time when Guru Maharaj was singing. So Srila Maharaj asked her that why then you were crying at that time, because you don't even understand how it was possible for you to cry. Then she said that I cannot tell, but something was there which made me cry and feel such a great bliss that here, with meaning, I don't feel that. So Srila Maharaj, by this incident, is speaking that these kind of pranay bhaktas who are having deep virha, separation for Krishna, having deep love for him, those who want to see him, those who want to meet him, and those who are suffering because of having no direct association. So if we go with these kind of devotees for parikrama, then the fire which is virha, agni, the fire of separation which is there in the heart, that can touch us also. Otherwise, how it is possible that we are going with anybody and everybody and that thing will work? It will not work at all. First thing he was explaining. And then second point he made, that can say like if a person, if a lady, she is having a son, and in the age of 1 year or 2 years, if that son dies, the kind of separation she feels, the kind of pain she is having in her heart, the kind of pain which comes out through her eyes or through her words, that can be felt by anybody and everybody who is around. They can feel that pain. But if a person who has never got married, having no kids, and no son died, but still trying to pretend that, oh, my son has died and I have to cry and I have to speak these kind of words, then even though she may cry, maybe words are being uttered, but those words and her impressions will have no real impression on the heart of those who are around. So he was mentioning that can say, like if a person is in such a position that he knows that this person is having no son, no daughter, he is just crying and trying to pretend, that then is it possible to really get real feelings in the heart? It is not possible. So in the same way, unless and until we go with pranay bhakatas, those who are having real attachment, deep attachment, it is not really fruitful. Maharaj was saying that I cannot say that no fruit will be there at all. Like when we see cinema, like when we see movies, over there also so many players, so many actors, they play. And sometimes we get feeling also, but that is not permanent. That is momentary, that goes away, never stays in the heart. But permanent impression comes from genuine people. So that's why if we are doing parikrama with pranay bhakatas, then real benefit of parikrama will be attained. Otherwise, one can make sukritis, one can get punya, or one's anarthas may go away little bit. Anarthas, not Maharaj. आपने क्या बताया तीसरा? एक तो बताया आपने कि सुकृति होगी, पुण्य होगा, और
एक होगा जो
पाप खाए, and one's sins can go away little bit. But the real fruit of parikrama, which is bhakti, that can never be attained unless and until we go with pranay bhakatas. So after that he was mentioning that I also used to go to the parikrama with my Guru Maharaj, with so many senior devotees of Srila Prabhupada. The feeling which was there at that time, the fire of separation which touched at that time in the heart, the kind of bliss we felt even after doing such a big physical activities, too much labor, physical labor, too much busy, but still their association, their words gave such a power, such a bliss, which we don't feel, even though we don't have so much physical work now. Afterward, we had not so much physical work and not so much busy, having good time to hear and sit, but still that bliss was not being felt. Why? Because that kind of standard was not there. So that's why he's saying that after some time I even stopped going to the parikrama. Why? Oh, one brahmachari is beating another brahmachari. Somebody is getting some kind of like pain, going to the hospital, this and that. Then doctors are asking money and they say, why we pay money? He has to pay himself or this and that, so many things. So he's saying that this is really parikrama? If we go with pranay bhakatas, where is the time to do all these kind of nonsense things? One is always engaged in hearing, chanting, remembering, preparing for the next seva, preparing for the next class. So how it is possible that one will even get time to think about all these things and discuss? So in reality, parikrama must be performed for bhakti only with pranay bhakatas, those who are having deep love for the Lord and for His service, for His devotees. Otherwise, parikrama is having no real fruit.
গোবর্ধন পরিক্রমা গোবর্ধন পরিক্রমা আমরা গেলাম গোবিন্দকুণ্ড। সেখানে পুরী গোস্বামী মহারাজ চৈতন্য চরিতামৃত ওই প্রসঙ্গটি পাঠ করলেন। এখন সেই প্রসঙ্গ পাঠ করাতে এতগুলো লোকের মধ্যে একটাও কোনো শব্দ করল না, কেউ উঠল না, আর সবগুলো চোখে জল আসছে। দেরি হয়ে যাচ্ছে, কেউ বলছে না, খাবার জন্য কেউ ব্যস্ত হচ্ছে না। ওখানে একটু দূরেই আছে মুছুরি, হ্যাঁ, তো সেখানে ওইখানে গিয়ে খাওয়া হবে, কিন্তু কেউ এটা বলল না। সেই ওইখানটা একবারে মুগ্ধ হয়ে এরকম যদি আমরা সঙ্গ পাই আর সেই স্থানের মাহাত্ম্যটা শোনার সুযোগ দেব, সেটা হলো পরীক্ষা।
আপনি কোনটা স্থান বললেন?
গোবিন্দকুণ্ড।
So now he is giving another example. First he was speaking about his Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Madhav Goswami Maharaj, and now he is giving another example of my Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Pramod Puri Goswami Maharaj. He is saying that once we were in Braj Mandal Parikrama, and when we reached to Govinda Kund, over there, even though we were late, but he started speaking about Govinda Kund and Madhavendra Puri Pad, because that place, Jatipura, all these areas is related to him. So when he started from Chaitanya Charitamrita, when he started reading that particular incident of Madhavendra Puri Pad, Govinda Kund, so at that time, those who were around, it was like pin drop silence was there, and at the same time, everybody, they were listening with such a great care, and when he was reading, most of the people, they were crying, and even though it was becoming too late, nobody was thinking at all for drinking or eating. Everybody was fully absorbed in that. So he's saying that if we get association of these kind of pranay bhakatas, then and only then we will really understand what is the benefit of performing parikrama with pranay bhakatas. If one has not got this fortune even, then how it will be possible for them to understand even what is the real meaning of performing parikrama. I think we have to go inside, it's too late.